Hey guys, it's Bree. I thought I would talk to you really quickly about Nnedi Okorafor's Kabu Kabu. I almost don't even know where to start with this because I loved it that much. Um, Kabu Kabu is a short story collection by Nnedi Okorafor, who you might know from Who Fears Death or her more recent release, Lagoon. Kabu Kabu has 21 stories in it. And they're all different stories. Many of them have reoccurring characters from her other series. So if you have read her Zahara the Windseeker or Who Fears Death, those characters do show up. What I like most about this story collection is the arrangement. Each of the stories has kind of its own feel and its own focus, but they intertwine together. I think that the opening short story is just a fantastic and dynamic start for the short stories. It is essentially saying, hey, if you are used to kind of typical fantasy, this is not what you're getting. But it's going to be funny and adventurous and dynamic, and that's absolutely the pacing of this collection. The short stories largely take place in Nigeria, which is where Okorafor's family is from and a place where she has spent a lot of time as a child and as an adult. And this proves to be a really interesting aspect of the stories. There's this reoccurring theme of identity and what does it mean to be both American and Black, and then also a Black American and Nigerian. This kind of idea of being other, even where you're supposed to fit in, is so interesting. The idea of balancing these different aspects of your heritage and your identity. I could go on and on, but what I really found was that Okorafor takes these really complex ideas about identity and society, and she manages to convey them in a way that is both realistic and relatable. The short stories are roughly 10 to 20 pages long, kind of just that perfect bite-sized story without being too small to really leave you thinking. And they are all so creative and richly thought out, and the characters are complex and interesting and well developed all in the short amount of time that she spends. I really found myself just wanting to go and grab the next story. I mean, for a short story collection, it's only about 275 pages, but I was savoring every single page. I don't know if there's anything else to say about that. I was a bit hesitant after reading Who Fears Death, because as much as I liked the way that Okorafor tells stories and I like the way that she approaches them and her sense of humor, I wasn't really sure that she was going to tell stories that I liked. You know, I'm not afraid of something that's dark, but some of the stuff in Who Fears Death is just so heavy, and just really dark. And Okorafor isn't somebody to shy away from those aspects of reality and those aspects of storytelling, but I found that the way that she tells her stories and kind of the things that I suspected I would like about her when I read Who Fears Death, that sense of humor and that approach to identity and those really complex ideas that she's not afraid to pick up and be sassy and confrontational about, they're all in this without being a turnoff ever. That's another thing I really like about Okorafor, is that she's so she's not afraid to be confrontational, but she's never unapproachable afterwards, if that makes sense. Anyways, I absolutely gave this collection a 5 out of 5 stars. I'm not normally a short story collection person, so that should tell you something. But I just loved everything about this one. If you have read Kabu Kabu, let me know your thoughts. You know, it's kind of a complicated collection of stories, and so I'm sure not everyone loves it as much as I do. But if you don't, I want to hear it. If you did love it, I want to hear it. I do suggest regardless that you pick it up if you haven't read it. I hope you're having a fantastic reading week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.